Hey everyone, how's it going? Hope you're all doing great. In this episode right here, I'll talk about why I shut down Codemy.net. So, as many of you may have noticed, the Codemy.net website is no longer active. And basically, I wanted to take this opportunity to address why that is. I know that it got shut down, and even though I did send out an email notification to everyone who registered, that I'll be shutting the website down. I'll be refunding everyone who paid for the subscription and didn't complete the month. So essentially what I did was I returned everyone their money and, took the website down, right? And, I sent the notification to inform everyone. But then, I got a lot of follow-up emails from people that, number one, why did I shut it down? Number two was, they were finding the content very useful and how they would get access to the content again. So, I'll be addressing those points in this video right here. So I shut down the website in September last year, around September 18th, if I remember correctly. And essentially what happened was, there's a couple of reasons why I shut it down. One of the main reasons was, I have this new job now. I've been working at this company called D-Money. If you check out dmoney.com, we do remittances. We allow people to transfer money out of Thailand. And we also have inward service. So basically, companies from outside of Thailand can transfer money into Thailand cross-border using our platform. So essentially what ended up happening was in March of 2019, a friend approached me and said that, this company here has been looking for a CTO. They need to build their new platform out. And so, I got intrigued because most of the time, at that time, I was doing Codemy and I was doing freelance, right? So I was getting a lot of, freelance work from people, whether it was like coaching people, teaching people how to, solve problems over the internet, or actually coaching companies and working with companies on like short-term projects, like 2-3 month project, right? So they'll have a need and then they'll come to me and they'll talk to me and say, hey, we need this done. So I say, all right, I'll knock it out. I'll get it done. And that was before was how I was earning my revenue. Basically, I was coming through Codemy. So I was earning from Codemy and the freelance jobs that were coming in. And then essentially what happened was, this opportunity landed and, it was a very interesting opportunity because the company had just started. And all this time they had been running on a platform that, it's like an off-the-shelf platform. And basically, I had this opportunity. I saw this as an opportunity to pretty much create something from scratch, right? So my condition for joining, I told my friend that, my only condition for joining is I get to choose my own tech stack and I get to do whatever I want in tech. And, the CEO, I think he understood exactly what needed to be done, right? So he ended up hiring me, at first starting off as a freelance, and then it became a full-time job. So, this was my opportunity to step into the financial industry. And I've always been intrigued with it, right? I've seen cryptocurrencies and I've seen, fiat and, all these technologies, banking. And, I've always had my, my fair share of frustrations with banks. And I figured, well, here it is. Here's an opportunity for me to not just complain about banks, but actually do something about it, right? So that was, how I pretty much got into the financial industry and working for dmoney.com. And the product, since that time has evolved. So, I built the platform, built the team, I work with the company on, I've been working with the company on building the team. Now we're hiring engineers, and we're like 10 engineers strong now from having only, just a couple, right? So, the company's come a long way. And, I would say that, it's because of everyone who works there, and it was because of, the dedication that the team and I had put into, building and making this company into what it is today. And basically it got to the point where, this company, I actually really care about this company now, right? It's something that I have become not just, it's not just a day job, right? It's something I become emotionally invested. I'm emotionally attached to the platform that we developed. I'm seeing it, how capable it is, and I'm very happy with what we've done with the platform. And also, I'm attached to the team, right? So that the team that we have now, I love everyone. Everyone is just amazing, right? We don't always agree on everything, but we output good stuff, right? We put out good stuff. We care about our customers, and we do good things for our customers. So that's kind of like one of the main reasons why I enjoy working at D-Money so much, right? And essentially what ended up happening was, I needed to put all my attention. I need to give D-Money my attention for my full-time job, right? So I need to give it that. And I didn't have enough time anymore to update the content on Codemy.net. Didn't have enough time to, do justice to the website, right? To update the website, continuously develop it. And I didn't feel it was fair to be charging customers and, not putting in the time to making it worthy of their, collecting their money. And I was earning on top, right? So whatever I'm making from D-Money, Codemy was just a website that was sitting there. People came, and I earned a fair bit of money, extra money on top of it. So then I decided that, if that's the case, then maybe I should shut it down, right? And it's not an easy decision because, I invest a lot of time into making Codemy.net what it was. And then the other reason was I had this other itch. So this is the other part that, this is the other reason why, right? I really wanted to shut it down was because I wanted to explore other things, right? So after I finished my day job at D-Money, right? I always had this itch to try this thing. And I've been trying to solve this problem, this project. I hope someone would do it, right? So I didn't actually tackle it head on, right? It's just something that, okay, I developed a solution based on certain theories and it worked as like a proof of concept. But, I thought that eventually someone would make something like that into a product, but it never happened. And that surprised me a lot because, it was something that, I care passionately about. And, I thought that it's such a good idea. Someone's going to make some product out of it, but I've not seen. And this problem has been explored and, a lot in the tech industry, right? So, I just don't understand why someone hasn't made a product out of it. So I took it upon myself, to basically compartmentalize my time. And basically I had to do this. Like, it's like every day I wake up, after I finish work at D-Money, this is the thing that I have to do. So it got to the point where it actually became a product, right? So this is something that I've been working on for just about a year now. And I've been spending my time after work, a couple of hours every day working on this project. And I've learned a lot from it. And now it's starting to shape up into something that I can ship, right? So I'll be talking about this project, a little bit later, and I'll be revealing more about it as it progresses, as it becomes more solid, if you will. And essentially, between these three main reasons, right? So number one, I'm working in the company that I really enjoy working for. And number two is I didn't have enough time to do justice for the Codemy website and the subscribers, right? So like, my content was out of date and people were saying, yeah, your content is out of date. You should update it. And I said, yeah, it's out of date and I don't have time to do it, right? So that's the second reason. The third reason is I have another passion project that I actually want to spend time on, right? So this is something which is, it's been in my shelf of my list of to-dos, I guess, for years now. And I never, I thought someone would do it, right? And no one's done it yet. And without revealing too many details, anyway, so that'll come out when it comes out. So I just want to talk a little bit about what's going to happen in terms of, people are still asking me about content, right? Like in terms of the videos, some of the videos that were like exclusive videos for members. I think there's been enough time that, I think it's time that I release that content out into public. So all this time I've been also figuring out how to do that in a way which is, makes it available and, I don't have to do too much in terms of spending my time, coding something and just putting it out there and having people be able to access it. So I've been trying to find a good way to do that. It's not as simple as it sounds because I have my content hosted on, a storage space and, it's not like I can share Dropbox. It's not a Dropbox. It's like a Amazon S3. I'm using B2, right? So I got to figure out a way to do that in a scalable manner where it doesn't, use all the bandwidth and use up, and I have to pay through the teeth, for the bandwidth, right? So I'm still figuring that out, but my intention is to release it into the public so that everyone can access it and, use it however they wish, put it on torrent or whatever, like, whatever people want to do, right? To maximize the utility of those videos. And I want to talk a little bit about the future of this channel as well. And basically what I want to do, right, is that I want to still continue working on this YouTube channel. But the content that's going to be coming out, it's not videos that teach people how to code. I still want to explore, teaching people how to code, the fastest way to get people how to code. But I want to use this space more for kind of like a format where I can actually put my thoughts out, right? So nowadays, I've been working with a lot of people. I have more experience than what I had when I started Codemy. There's a certain amount of thoughts, I would say, or wisdom that perhaps I can share with the people who are interested in this field of software engineering, right? Some of them are going to be maybe, talk about like how to become a programmer, how to become a good programmer, and what makes a good programmer, right? Like if you're a junior, how to get started. So things like that, right? And then I'll talk about like what are some of the things you can do to get into this field, right? And basically it'll be just, kind of like my thoughts on the software industry. Probably talk a little bit about in terms of finance, right? Now I'm very much into the whole financial, industry and, have a lot of thoughts on it. I've been working on it for a couple of years now. We built a platform, that's, processing hundreds of thousands of payments every month, going into the billions of dollars. So, there's a certain amount of experience that comes with doing something like that, right? The challenges that I faced. So, I'll be sharing some thoughts on that. And also, whatever else I feel like that's revolving around software and finance and helping people become, software engineers if they want to get into this industry, right? Talk about like in terms of product development, product creation, Those are kind of the things that I'm very passionate about, right? The key things that I do on a day-to-day basis, like making decisions on products, what should we ship, what we shouldn't ship, why decisions are made in a certain way, what are some of the precautions that we need to take when building software, right? So pretty much all that stuff, right, that I just mentioned. So with that, I wanna leave you with a thank you, I guess, for subscribing. If you're interested in the content that's coming up, in terms of what I just laid out previously, subscribe and like this video. And if you know someone who's subscribed to Codemy and you know that they're upset about Codemy and why it shut down, you can share them this video. It should explain to them pretty much the reason behind shutting it down, and I hope that everyone understands where I'm coming from. So with that, I'm gonna leave you, and I hope to see you in the next episode.